Hello everyone, welcome to the series of Analog and Digital Electronics. Today's topic is based on simulation of half-wave rectifier using PCM software. Okay, the content of today's topic is learning objectives, introduction, types of uncontrolled rectifier, half-wave rectifier working and performance parameter, and PCM simulation and results. Learning objective of this session: at the end of this session you will be able to demonstrate half-wave rectifier working using PCM software and calculate performance parameter of half-wave rectifier using PCM software. Okay, so the electrical power is almost exclusively generated, transmitted and distributed in the form of AC because of economical consideration, but for operation of most of the electronic devices and circuits, DC supply is required. Dry cells and batteries can be used for this purpose. No doubt, they have the advantages of being portable and ripple free, but their voltages are low. They need frequent replacement and are expensive in comparison to the conventional DC power supplies. Nowadays, almost all electronic equipments, devices include a circuit that converts AC supply into DC supply. The part of equipment that converts AC into DC is called as what? Rectifier. Okay. So these are some applications of DC equipments or DC supply. For example, alarm system. Then this power meter, audio system, power supplies, various equipments are there which runs on DC supply. Your mobile phones, okay, alarm system, your laptops, your audio systems, your vehicle audio systems and many more things. Okay, so all these works on DC power supply, whereas our transmission and distribution is done with the AC supply, and therefore it is necessary to have a rectifier circuit. So an obvious form the obvious form of the block diagram shown here, it consists of four important elements, that is a transformer, rectifier, filter, that is smoothing circuit, and regulator connected to the load. The output of DC power supply is used to provide constant DC voltage across the load. Let us briefly outline the function of each block of the element of DC power supply. So this is transformer. Transformer is used to step up or step down the supply voltage as per the need of solid state electronic devices and circuits to be supplied by the DC power supply. It can provide isolation from the supply line and important safety consideration. Okay. Second part is what? Rectifier. A rectifier is a device which converts the sinusoidal DC voltage into either positive or negative DC voltage. Okay, it consists of PN junction diode which conducts when forward bias and practically does not conduct when reverse bias, which can be used for rectification, that is for conversion of AC into DC. The rectifier typically needs 1, 2 or 4 diodes. Rectifier may be either half wave or full wave, that we will see in the next slide. The output voltage of the rectifier is connected to the smoothing circuit. Okay, now the rectifier output consists of pulsating AC component. Okay, that is unwanted AC component of supply, frequency and its harmonics, along with DC component. For most supply purpose, constant direct voltage is required, then that furnished by the rectifier. To reduce an AC component from the rectifier output voltage, a filter circuit is required. Thus, filter is a device which passes DC component to the load and blocks AC component of the rectifier output. Filter is typically constructed from the reactive circuit elements such as capacitors, inductor with the resistors. Okay. The magnitude of output DC voltage may vary. The output voltage across this filter may vary with the variation of the either AC input voltage or magnitude of the load current. and therefore the output of rectifier filter combination, a voltage regulator is required. Okay, so as shown here, it is a voltage regulator to provide an almost constant DC voltage at the output of regulator. The voltage regulator may be constructed from a Zener diode and discrete transistors or integrated circuit ICs, that is IC78 or 79 series or LM317 or 337 series is commonly used for the constant voltage or adjustable variable voltage. The main function of this regulator block is to maintain a constant DC output voltage. However, it also rejects any AC ripple voltage that is not removed by the filter. The regulator may also include protective devices such as short circuit protection, current limiting, thermal shutdown or overvoltage protection. Okay, so these are the most important four blocks of the voltage regulator circuit, in which a rectifier plays a very important role, which converts the sinusoidal AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage. Okay, so let us see the different types of rectifier circuits. Rectifiers are broadly divided in two types: single phase rectifier and three phase rectifier. Single phase rectifier, again there are two types: uncontrolled rectifier and controlled rectifier. Controlled rectifier are again categorized as half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier, whereas full wave rectifier is categorized as center tap rectifier and bridge rectifier. So this is about these are the types of single phase rectifier. Similarly, in three phase rectifier, it is divided in three categories: uncontrolled three phase rectifier, half controlled three phase rectifier and fully controlled three phase rectifier. Uncontrolled three phase rectifier is again divided into two types: half wave uncontrolled rectifier and full wave bridge three phase uncontrolled rectifier. And again fully controlled rectifier is half wave and full wave. So this is a general categorization of rectifier circuit as per the single phase and three phase system. So let us study first half wave rectifier. Okay, when a single rectifier unit is placed in a series, rectifier unit is placed in series with a load across AC supply, as shown here, alternating voltage is converted into unidirectional pulsating voltage using a half cycle of the applied voltage. Okay, so this is a diode, and this diode conducts in when it is a forward bias, and it act as an open switch, or it will not conduct in a reverse bias condition. Okay, so this is therefore it is called as what? Half wave rectification. The circuit, this half wave rectifier circuit using a semiconductor diode with a load resistance RL, it is having no smoothing circuit. There is no filter connected in this circuit. The diode is connected in series with the secondary of the transformer and the load resistance RL. The primary of the transformer is being connected to the AC supply means. Now let us begin with the working. The AC voltage across the secondary winding changes polarity after every half cycle. So during positive half cycle of the input AC voltage, that is when this upper end of the secondary winding is positive with respect to lower end. Okay, let us consider this is positive with respect to the second point, and it is a negative. So during this half cycle, the diode is in forward bias and therefore conducts the current. So diode is in forward bias condition, that means it acts as a closed switch. It acts as what? Closed switch. So therefore current flows from this positive to negative through the load. Why? Because this diode is in forward bias condition. Okay, and for next negative half cycle, during negative half cycle of the supply, here that means this, when this will become negative and this second terminal is positive, the lower end of the secondary winding is positive with respect to the upper end. Thus during negative half cycle, of the input AC voltage, the current will not flow because it is in reverse bias condition. So diode will be in reverse bias condition, so it will act as a open switch. It will act as an open switch. So there is a no flow of current. So here output voltage will be 0. Okay, thus for the negative half cycle, no power is delivered to the load. Thus the output voltage developed across the load resistance RL is a series of positive half cycles of alternating voltage with intervening very small constant negative voltage level. Okay, it is obvious from the figure that the output is not a steady DC but only a pulsating DC. Okay, the output is not steady, it is a pulsating DC. See here, it is a pulsating DC. Okay, since only half cycle of the input wave are used, it is called as a half wave rectifier. Okay, so this is about the working of this half wave rectifier. Now we will simulate this rectifier circuit using the PCM software. So here I have shown here one PCM simulation model. These are some. This is the results. That is the supply voltage across load, and current flowing through the load. So before that, let us see first the performance parameters of the half wave rectifier. So here performance parameters are DC voltage. VDC is given by Vs by pi. Vs means the voltage across the secondary. Okay, IDC, that is DC current, it is given by Vs upon pi RL. Then load current is given by Is. Why it is load current is equal to Is? Because according to the circuit here, this is your Is, secondary current. This is your Is, and the DC current is flowing through the load resistance. This is IDC. So here, as this Is means Is same current is flowing through the diode and it is going to the resistance, therefore it is 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 equal to IL. So here IL is equal to Is. Then form factor is equal to pi upon 2. Efficiency is given by 1 upon ff square. So it is 4 by pi square. It is a 0.405. That is a 40% efficiency. So half wave rectifier consists of 40% efficiency. Ripple factor is 1.21. That is ripples are most here. More ripples are present in half wave rectifier, that is 1.21, and the transformer utilization factor is 0.286. That is this transformer needs more power or more energy to convert alternating supply into DC supply. So these are the important performance parameters of the half wave rectifier. Let us simulate this half wave rectifier circuit. Using a PCM simulation. Okay, so we will enter here into the PCM. Okay, so here this is a PCM simulator. Here I will shift this circuit. This is a simulation control. If you double click on it, here it will give you the total time of the simulation circuit. So first you have to take this simulation control from this simulate menu, here from this simulation control. Okay, now I need one supply voltage, I need one diode, I need one load resistance RL, and a measuring meters, voltmeter and ammeters. Okay, so let us take a supply voltage. Here it is a voltage, so I will take here voltage. Then I need a diode, so I need here diode and I have to rotate it. So diode, I will take a diode here, so this is a diode. Then I will take a load resistance, so here it is a load resistance. I will rotate it, put it over here. Okay, then I need voltmeters and ammeters. Okay, so here it is a voltmeter. Okay, voltmeter I have to rotate first, so I will put 1 voltmeter across the supply voltage and 1 voltmeter across the load. Then I will need one ammeter. Here I need one ammeter to check the load current, so I will put one ammeter here. Okay, so now I am having here this circuit. Now I will connect it. So supply voltage is connected to the diode, diode is connected to the ammeter, ammeter is connected to the load. Okay, again load is connected to where supply voltage. Those circuit will be completed here. Let us connect the voltmeter across the supply, then again connect the voltmeter here across the load. Okay, so I have connected here a voltmeter. Okay, now I have to label this circuit because I don't know the parameters or the specifications of this circuit. So let us start from the supply voltage. Double click on the supply voltage. Here the name, I want to give here name Vs as it is a supply voltage. Let us consider the peak amplitude 311 because I want RMS value around 220 or 230. Let the frequency is 50 Hz. Now I want to display this Vs name and the peak amplitude in the simulation model. Here I want these parameters Vs and 311 peak magnitude here. So I will tick on the display. Okay, so I will get it here. So this is Vs, this is 311, it is the peak magnitude. Then this is voltmeter, and this voltmeter I will label it with Vs, and also I need this to display. Okay, so it is Vs. Diode I will give you the name D. Okay, let diode resistance is 100 ohm. Okay, and I want to display only the name of the diode. Okay, so here D. Then ammeter, I want to show this ammeter with IL, that is a you may call it as a IL or you may call it as a IDC, and display. Okay, then load resistance, let my load resistance is 1000 ohm or 1 kilo ohm. I want to show it with RL label. Okay, so display its label and its value. Okay, and here it is a VDC. Let it is a VDC. That is the output voltage or average voltage. I have to display the name. Okay, so in this way I have labeled the whole circuit. So let us remove this circuit so that there will not be any confusion. Now after preparing this circuit in the PCM, you have to simulate it. Either you simulate from this simulate menu, run simulation, press F8, or here it is a shortcut. Okay, run simulation. So run simulation. Now here I will get three parameters, VDC, IDC and Vs. So let us take Vs, add here. So it will Vs will be appear, that is the supply voltage will appear. I want load voltage also, that is DC voltage. So take VDC component, add it. Okay. Okay. I want third parameter current which is flowing through the load. So click on the window, take IDC component, add it. Okay. So here I will get the three parameter as we see on the oscilloscope. Maximize it. So this is your supply voltage. This is voltage across the load, and this is the current flowing through the load. So as you see here, the output voltage is only available only for the half cycle, and current flows only for the half cycle because the diode is forward bias for half cycle, and for next half cycle the diode is reverse bias, and that's why this circuit is called as what? Half wave rectifier. Now I want to check the performance parameters of this circuit. Now all the performance parameters of the circuit, these all performance parameters of the circuit, either it depends upon the value of VDC or RMS value. Okay, form factor is nothing but what? VL upon VDC. Okay, so here most of the all parameters depends upon VL, VDC and VRMS. So here at the below of this waveform you will observe here average. Okay, so click on this average, you will get the average value of the voltages. Okay, so here the average DC voltage is 1.079, that is 107.98 volts DC, and here IDC, that is DC current, is 1.079, that is it is approximately 1.08 into 10 to the power minus 1. If I want to check the RMS value, then I will click on this RMS button here. So I will get the RMS value across the load of the, that means AC component here in VDC is 1.54 into 10 to the power 2, that is 154 volts approximately, and DC current is 1.54 into 10 to the power minus 7. In supply voltage it is 219, that is approximately 220 volts RMS voltage is present. Okay, so I will get DC voltage, that is average voltage, average current, RMS voltage, RMS current, then this average voltage in absolute value. Okay, so I will get all these parameters from this simulation. If I want here the supply voltage peak value, then I will click here VS, and here it is a peak value. So peak value of my supply voltage is here 311. See, it is a 311 because here it is a 10 to the power 2. Okay, then I want to check the DC value, peak value. So DC peak value is 2.82, that means 282 volts. Okay, and IDC is 2.82 into 10 to the power 1. So many parameters I will get by simulating this circuit in PCM software. Then also I will get THD, that is total harmonic distortion. The total harmonic distortion we have to put here first fundamental frequency. Let fundamental frequency is 50 Hz. So THD present in VS, VDC and IDC is this much, 9.4 into 10 to the power 4, 9.99 and 9.99. So that means here we will get the most of the parameters from this simulation, and therefore it is very easy to design a rectifier circuit for simulating it and then constructing in on the PCB. Again we will get here active power, reactive power and power factor by using this simulation directly. Okay, so in this way we are able to design a half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier in the PCM software. So similarly you can design a center tap rectifier, bridge rectifier or a 3-phase rectifier and get your performance parameters directly from the waveform. Okay, so in this way you can design in a very simple way by using this PCM software. Okay, so here we have designed this circuit, half wave rectifier. We got the performance parameter from the output waveforms directly. Okay, so at the end of this session what we have seen what are the different applications of DC voltage, okay, used in various applications. Then we have seen the block diagram of the voltage regulator circuit, in which rectifier is the most important part. Then we have seen the types of rectifier, single phase, 3-phase, then half wave, full wave rectifier, and then we have seen the operation of the half wave rectifier, and we have simulated this rectifier circuit in PCM software. Okay, so I hope you understand how to simulate a half wave rectifier in PCM software. Okay, thank you.